I spent years dreaming of owning a cabin in the woods, but after living here, I realized something I never expected. Here's the story of why we sold our dream home and moved back to our first home. Well, here we are, guys. So we're back. We're back at the old house, the first house, the original house. If you came on this channel for cabin content, unfortunately, this is the last video. We're talking about the cabin. It just did not work out. We had to make a decision, and I think we made the right decision. We'll get into that though. So if you're new here, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already. If was here for the cabin content, I really appreciate you coming in to the channel, and hopefully you stick around, but if not, I understand. But let's get into the reasons why, what happened, why we're back, and all that kind of stuff, because we got a lot to fill you in on. All right, let's talk about the reasons here. So, the reason we even bought the house, we have a house. We have a great house. It's really close to my work. It's in, it's got everything that we need right now. Yeah, it's not exactly perfect, but it's cheap, and which is a really important thing in this economy nowadays, guys. It's cheap. We can afford to live here. Like I said, it's close to my work. It's got everything that we need. It's small, but it's a house, and it's a good house. So the other house, the cabin, we kept talking about we want land. We want land. I wanted to be closer to the gorge, so I go full wheeling with my Jeeps and stuff. And it was close to my parents. So this house kind of came through, and it was not, we didn't want a log cabin per se, but we liked the land. We loved the land it was on. The land was just awesome. It it was not 100%. We also had a real estate agent that we worked with. She kind of pushed us in a way. She guaranteed us that this house that I'm in right now, our old house, could sell. She could sell in 2 weeks, and it could be, and we're going to get a bunch of money out of it. We're going to have money to pay off all of our debts that we had before this, and then we could also have money to put towards the other house. So the dream was there. We can do it. But then reality came. So through the whole process, we kind of were, in our hearts, we didn't think it was the right time to move. We were just going to wait until we had our debts paid off and then move. We wanted a specific thing. We should have just found some land and built, but we didn't. But we did it. We moved, and as soon as we got there, stuff started breaking, and the bills started piling up, and then this house wasn't selling, and couldn't get no offers, and blah, blah, blah. But we were trying to be positive about it. We were like, we're going to just hold out and make it work. We can make it work. At that time, we were making 2 house payments, 2 water bills, 2 electric bills, driving further, trying to fix the house up and stuff, and it just wasn't working out. So after, fixing the house up, we painted the bedrooms, and we fixed a bunch of little stuff that we could afford to fix because we didn't have the money at the time. It just started, winter came, and man, winter at that house was tough. It was cold. The heat went out twice. It was probably record lows for us. No, it wasn't probably. It was record low for us. Not a good time. We found out the real quality of that house when we got there. The man that lived there 15 years before, that had the house for 15 years, he did not take care of it. If you went back to my last video where I went through the house to show you all what was wrong with it, the windows and the doors leaked terribly. The pipes were leaky. The electric was bad. The heat was bad. It was just a whole thing. So the house itself that we had to live in was terrible. The land was great. The house was terrible. So we had to make a decision. But there was light at the end of the tunnel. So we finally did get an offer on our old house. And we thought that was it. That I didn't want to move again because moving sucked, guys. It really does suck. But the offer wasn't good. And it was time for us to make a decision. Either we pack up our stuff again, even though we didn't want to, and move back and sell the house that was a very desirable house and there was people wanting to buy it, or we try to stick it out for longer, and we just couldn't stick it out longer. So we packed up all of our stuff and we moved back. Unfortunately, it sucked. I I actually broke my trailer over here, guys. I broke my trailer. Moving back, the wide Jeep is really wide and it does not fit on the trailer. So I smashed the trailer. But we moved back. And guys, ever since we moved back, we've had just a sigh of relief the whole time. We should have never left here. Like I said before, we should have never left. We had bad feelings about it. It just wasn't working out. And the cost of the new house is just astronomical for us, and we could not afford it. We just could not afford it. We thought we could, but we couldn't. We just couldn't afford it. So we had to cut our losses. We lost a bunch of money on this. We did not come out on top or nothing. We lost money. We paid for movers. We paid for plumbers. We paid for electricians. We tried to do stuff on our own, and the costs were crazy. And then towards the end there, we finally got somebody to buy the other house, and we had a water leak in our main water line, and the main water line was half a mile long. So we paid money to have people come out there and try to fix it, and then we can get people to fix it because they didn't know where the water leak was. So it was just a total mess from the first to the last, but it's officially over. So with this, a lot of lessons were learned, and dreams change. We thought we wanted land, but really right now we just need to be comfortable money-wise with the economy and the political landscape the way it is. It's just like we need to be comfortable being able to afford where we live and what we do. And with that house right now, it just wasn't going to work. So I know everybody's had dreams before, and you try to go for them, and it just didn't work out, and this was one of them. So we're back. We are back to the old house, and honestly, like I said, I couldn't be happier because we're comfortable here. And I know being comfortable is, a sign of being, not motivated or whatever, but we're still motivated. We're trying to grow this channel. We're trying to pay off our bills. We're trying to go places, do things in that house. Yeah, it's a nice house, but it wasn't going to be able to let us do those type of things that we're interested in right now. With that, I think that's pretty much the whole kit and caboodle. I'm not going to get into great detail about it, guys. Just know that we had learned a lesson, and we learned it the hard way. I got a question for you guys. Have you ever chased a dream that didn't turn out the way you expected? Let me know in the comments. I know we're not the only ones, right, guys? We're not the only ones that have, been like Icarus and reached for the sun and got too close and burst in flames. So, but, now that we're back here and we're getting settled back in, and it's springtime now, so it's time to get out there and adventure. We're going to get the white Jeep going back again, guys, and we're going to get back to Jeep content. Might mess around with the Grand Cherokee. Who knows? Who knows what's on the horizon? But now we're more free to do more things. So look forward to that. So let's just end the video right there. That's a good one. So we'll just end it right there. Hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you in the next one for back to normal Jeep content or off-roading adventures. So we got to get ready for all of our guide rides this year. Jeep Jamboree's coming up fast. We got to get this thing going. So we'll see you.